Okay, so this time we're going to talk about how to draw curved lines with the pen tool, following up on the notion of straight lines. This time, instead of doing an individual click and an individual click to create a straight line, what I'm going to do is click, and holding down either the mouse or the trackpad, I'm going to drag the cursor in a particular direction. So what we have here is our point where the line will originate from. This handle is one continuous line with a little control point on either end. This determines the way that the line will move. Since I started dragging this line downward, if I now click in another location, you'll see that that line arced downward and then proceeds to move, gradually straightening out, going to the second point. As this point was an individual click, if I click singly again, it resumes being a straight line. By clicking and dragging to the left, you'll see that the other handle is dictating that this line will therefore curve to the right for the other end of the handle. The next line I draw will curve in this direction. And by clicking and dragging to the right again, you see how the curve smooths out. By clicking and dragging to the left, you see how that smooth curve continues, like so. So repeating this concept, if I click, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, we can make a nice fluid line. The handles here are one continuous line. I can alter the quality of this curve by grabbing either control handle to make the line longer, making the curve more dramatic, or shortening the handle, making the curve less dramatic. If I take the end point of the handle and take it all the way to the control point, you can see that we now have a hard corner. Our curve meets a hard point, makes a hard change, and moves smoothly. One more time. If I click, click and drag, click and drag, let's say I want the next curve to be identical to this one. I'm going to hold the Option key, move my handle over, mimicking almost exactly the other one, so that when I now click and drag, remember the handle is dictating which way that curve moves. We now have a hard corner like we saw here. So again, the difference. Click, I'll drag down. Click, I'll drag up. Notice the handle. Click, I'll drag down. Smooth curve. Click, I'll drag down. Click, I'll drag up. I have not let go of the trackpad or mouse. I'm going to hold the Option key. I'll bend my control handle. Now it's broken. That allows the curve to move in a different direction. Remember, the handle determines that it will be pulled this way. So when I now click, you can see it's being pulled down. I drag up. Now, instead of being a smooth curve, it's a hard curve. Click and drag determines the curve. Using the Option key, we'll bend the handle, therefore changing the course of direction that the line moves in, giving it a hard corner, because our handles move independently of one another.